Hello, and welcome to another episode of Stand Out in 60 Seconds, a weekly conversation on one topic: how to stand out. It is not about being louder or busier, it's about being recognizable in moments that matter. Every Wednesday at 3, we take one lever of standing out and unpack it, one idea, 20 minutes, something you and I can put to actual use immediately. Today, stand out by beating procrastination. Come on, accept it. You've procrastinated. I've procrastinated a heck of a lot. How do we get out of it? What do we do? Is it a chronic disease? Can something be done about it? That's what today is all about. And our guest today is Bharti Naik, a proactivity coach, a professional speaker. I've had the pleasure of knowing her over the last 5 years. She has built a process to get people to get unstuck, and this process works. That's what she calls the proactivity reset method. And her clients, she claims, can reclaim 10 hours a week, not by working harder or hustling more, but by learning how to work with their brain instead of against it. She's written a book about it, which we will be covering. So that's what we have. Welcome, Bharti Naik. Yes, lovely.
Hey Praveen, how are you? Thank you so much.
Doing good, doing good. Thank you for being our guest today. And this is a short format, 20 minutes, and I'm up with the first question to you. At what point does procrastination start damaging your visibility and credibility at work? This is LinkedIn Live, so it's out there. So our audience is all working people.
Well, let me start with the word credibility because that comes first.
Mhm.
At the workplace, your credibility is defined by your actions, your promises. And the first question comes is, are you trustworthy? Can I trust this person? Now, if your actions and your words are not in sync, you don't become trustworthy. And that's where your credibility is at stake. I mean, are you really a reliable person or not? That's the first question. So when you make false promises, when you delay your task, when you react and do it like, okay, let me find some time and do this right away, when you show that kind of behaviors at the workplace, people kind of perceive it as, okay, can I rely, can I really look up to this person when there is a need? And that is where the credibility is built at the workplace. So procrastination, yes, it damages your credibility to a larger extent because of the behaviors, or I would say the deep rooted habits that you have to keep postponing, delaying, reacting to the situations, avoiding certain tasks, avoiding certain decisions or difficult conversations. And that's where the credibility is at stake. The second word is visibility.
Right?
I have seen it number of times with business leaders. They are too shy, too hesitant to speak in the meetings, during the conversations, or even at the events, hesitant to ask that very persistent, important question that they have. They think, oh, that's fine. And that is where they lose out that visibility. The hesitation comes from the innermost fear that they have. They doubt themselves. They think whether people will start laughing at it. So their own self doubts, their own fear stops them from appearing, stops them from being visible. And that's where the procrastination damages both the visibility and the credibility.
Which is very, very important because the entire series, Stand Out in 60 Seconds, is about visibility. And if I
Yeah.
procrastinate, I have the fear, then automatically that is an issue. But my next question is, I mean, these are all smart, capable people, but some of us still postpone work that matters the most, especially work that will get us visibility, that will
True.
be spoken about. Why? Why does that happen? You've covered a fear, a self doubt. What else is there that stops us?
So smartness and capability has nothing to do with procrastination, nothing to do with them. Procrastination is the outcome, what you see on the surface, what you see as a behavior. Somebody has not done the work, the result is not there. Somebody has not acted, somebody has not taken a decision. So you put it as procrastination. That's what you can see. But it is a very deep rooted pattern. There's a lot that goes within you that leads to procrastination, and it has to do a lot with your inner demons.
Ah,
uh, I namely put it as four inner demons or the challenges
Yes.
that people go through. One is perfectionism, second is overwhelm, third is overthinking, and the fourth is fear. Now, why these four is because over these years, since 2018, 2019, I've been working on these words procrastination, studying in depth, collected a lot of responses from people, over 10,000 people, and I could categorize their responses in these four
Mm,
challenges, four buckets. So I would say when you look at smart people, when you look at capable people, they are capable to take decisions, take actions, they have the abilities, they are smart to handle situations. But the question is, are they really doing it? Or there is something that is stopping them because of their inner beliefs about themselves, because about
ah,
the fear that they have, because they think we need to be too perfect for everything. So either they do it with perfection, or they won't do it at all. They're like
right.
extremes of it.
Now, I'm going to give you my scenario. Now,
Mhm.
I'm the CEO of a company. I have people working with me, but I'm also reporting to a board. I have a governing council that I report to. It works both ways. Why do business leaders misunderstand things about procrastination in themselves and others? So, in case I procrastinate, then I can say, hey, I'm really busy. I've got too many things. But if any of my subordinate, oh, is he or she lazy? Is something going on? What is, how do I understand, or how do business leaders misunderstand it today?
Okay, so it's very interesting, and you will probably laugh at it, because business leaders, they for them procrastination as a word doesn't exist. They are in a big denial, big denial. So if you go and tell your business leader, oh, you're procrastinating on this, and there'll be like a huge resistance. They'll be like, no, 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 I don't procrastinate. And then when you ask them about symptoms, that okay, have you delayed anything at the workplace, in some presentation? Have you done something at the last minute? Or have you like reacted to something? Any situation came in and you just did like a makeshift arrangement? They will say yes to all of it,
Right.
agree to the symptoms, but there's a big stigma on the word procrastination,
Right.
then a huge denial. So to test these business leaders, I flip the coin and I say, okay, how about if you become proactive at the workplace, because you are productive any which ways, whether you may like it, not like it, whether you cry, you be happy, you have to do, you have to perform. There's no
Right.
choice, no option. So you are productive. How about you be proactive and do the work? And they jump on the idea. They said, yes, we want to be proactive. So they want to be proactive, but they deny that they procrastinate. That's
That's
what the
a
understanding of business leaders is about procrastination. They,
lovely, lovely play of words,
yeah.
Bharti. I love it.
So they look at everything at the surface level. They see things. Oh, the action has not happened. The reports have not come in. The presentation has not happened. The decision has not made. So everything is at the surface level. They fail to look at what is happening beyond this and why this has led to delay or led to not any action.
Right.
And that is where the deeper side of procrastination comes in.
Oh, very, very interesting, because for the stuff that you said, I plead guilty as well. I'm equally culpable for all that. But yeah, I don't procrastinate. But if someone wants to break the loop today, I want to break this loop today. What is one practical, simple way for me to start, Bharti? What would you recommend?
Okay, the most ideal answer is use the ARCT method, which I have
Uh-huh.
put it in the book as well. ARCT stands for being aware about your triggers. R stands for recalibrate, what is working, what is not working. C stands for committing to the decisions that you have taken, the beliefs that you have. And T stands for taking actions, micro actions. That's the key. But yes, that's the more ideal answer. But making it like a quick, practical do away is simple. Face it, make it simple, have your 5 minute ritual, because many a times people are, so I categorize these people into three things. One, they are very good at beginning, very good at starting things, but they are worst at completing things. Starting is very easy for them, completing is like a big task. Some people are pathetic at starting. They won't start at all. But the moment they start, they will complete it because their mind only focuses on the completion. Okay, let me complete it.
Beautiful.
And and the third people are just executors. You give them the ideas, give them the strategy, give them the actions, they will just execute, tuck, tuck, tuck. That's it. There's no end to it, but they'll just keep on doing it. So more of process oriented people.
Very
Now,
nice.
if you look at it
I'm
from these three lens, you will be
yes,
able to understand that okay, a 5 minute thing can really work for them. That let me just do it for 5 minutes and let's see what happens.
beautiful.
So
What
it's
is you mentioned something called a micro action. Tell me a little bit more about it. What is that micro action?
micro action is your brain is now wired because it's been since years that you are delaying and you have this habit of not doing it. Now to break this pattern, the brain needs a very simple thing, very easy method to not resist. So you have to kind of play around with your brain, you have to fine tune it. Micro action is as good as say doing a 30 seconds plank every single day. Your brain will not resist. Your brain will say, oh, it's just 30 seconds, let me do it. Or reading one paragraph from the book because I want to inculcate a reading habit.
Yes.
Your brain will not resist. So, micro action means you put it so simple for the brain to get along with it and not give you that resistance, that strong urge to not do it because you
Yes.
saved your brain to do it. That's micro action.
And what is this 5 minute ritual you spoke about? Sounds very, very interesting.
So I did this experiment with myself first, and then I did
Mhm.
it with my pilot batch also. 5 minute ritual is like you put a timer in the phone and you decide on any task, whatever task that you have it in mind, and you're delaying it. Take a 5 minute, you start doing it. When the 5 minutes gets over, you stop wherever it is. And you see what you could do it in 5 minutes. You will be amazed, you'll be surprised, you'll be very happy. Now, that is what I call it as instant gratification because our brain is so used to that instant gratification that we need to see the results. The brain is so hooked on to that. So, that 5 minute ritual gives that momentum. And when your brain likes it, your brain will tease you to say, can we have another 5 minutes?
Ah,
And then you put another 5 minutes timer and you do it. And you do it like 3 to 4 times. Your brain likes that happy hormones coming out, likes that there's a progress, and it becomes like a game. So that's how you start training your brain every single day with 5 minutes, just 5 minutes. No bargain, no negotiation, just 5 minutes, and your brain will just give in. So
very
that's
nice.
that's the 5 minute ritual.
Now, I need to ping you on a differentiation. Sometimes we pause a few things deliberately. So, is there a difference between this healthy pause or harmful procrastination? Because you never know when one feeds into the other.
I know that's the most difficult thing. Probably only the person who's going through it would tell the difference, to be honest. But yes, I was when I was doing this my study on procrastination, I came across Adam Grant's research as well as he has mentioned this in his TED talk as well, like a 10 years before. He spoke about original thinkers, and he said original thinkers, they are one with very creative ideas, and they are procrastinators. Now, all those procrastinators who are listening to this conversation, please don't take that as an excuse. But yes, the reason why he mentioned is because he did his research and he found out that when these original thinkers take a pause, the problem or the task is going on in their back end and they're thinking through it. So that pause is deliberate. Sometimes the pause could be unconscious that, okay, let me not do it, let me not act on it, let me not decide, let me take that breath, let me have that space. And when they do it, when they come back, it could be months. You never know, it could be months. But when they come back, they do it like the action becomes like in a 1 day, in a 2 days, they'll finish everything, or in few days they'll finish everything because now everything is like a blueprint set in their head so much that they just have to act on it and finish it. So this I call it as a healthy pause. And harmful procrastination, yes, only when there's a huge consequences that you have faced. when it comes to health, when it comes to relationships, when it comes to having those business deals or the opportunities, when there's this, all these things are at stake, that's a harmful procrastination because
Yeah.
you didn't act on it, and it is a irreplaceable moment now.
Right.
So the guilt slips in.
That leads me to a very important question. It's also coming from a personal level and interacting. And since you've spoken to over 10,000 people, why do we procrastinate more on important tasks rather than small, low level, low stake tasks? Why? Why is our brain tuned that way, Bharti? How can I untune it?
The important task, they are important, so you take the burden that yes, they are important. The moment you take the burden, it becomes like a mountain in your head. Oh, I have to
Right.
climb that mountain. It's too heavy, it's complex, it's complicated, and it will give me long term benefits, long term gains, and sometimes people are not able to see that. Sometimes they lose that patience. They're not able to focus it so much, so the important task gets delayed over the years many a times.
Whoa.
And the small errands, I call them as errands, they just fill up your space, fill up your
Ah.
time, and you just complete it. Like I remember I was speaking to one of the architect, very renowned architect in Baroda. Unfortunately, he's no more now. But when I had spoken with him in 2022, he spoke to me about all his designs, his wonderful creations, and he showed me all the completed projects, and he was proud of it. And he would call himself as the perfect man who designs all these
Oh.
things. And that was the point of our discussion. And he said, "You know what? I have procrastinated in my life for a very long time." So, for his bachelor's in architecture, the last semester he had to submit a thesis. He did everything. But when it came to writing the thesis and completing that thesis and submitting it, it took him years. And
Ooh.
that delayed the university from giving him the degree. Now just imagine, he's the most creative person,
Right.
loves designing, he's successful, he's done everything, but that writing the thesis and completing it became a big task in his head. So sometimes the nature of the work, you are process oriented, but you don't like to do the
Right.
documentation. So it becomes like a conflict in your head and you keep
Ah.
postponing it. And that delays.
Now, a cheeky question to you, Bharati, having known you for 5 years. You are an author now, but did you also not procrastinate in bringing out your own book on how to cure procrastination? Tell us about that journey, Bharti.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. You have caught me by my neck. I did. Uh, yes, I did procrastinate on completing the book. Not writing the book, but yes, on completing the book. Because when the thought was seed in my head to write a book, and I was looking at what topic, and this is where this came in. I jumped into the idea. So I'm best at starting things. I'm very good at executing things as well. So till the halfway through, or probably 60-70%, I was almost done with everything. And that's the point I started procrastinating. So
Ah,
whatever you see in this book is like this book is like a testament
you got to
to
turn
my
it
work.
around.
Ah, so this
Yes.
is
Yeah.
this is like a testament, the proof, the living proof of everything that I have gone through, right from being perfectionist, from being overwhelmed about work, overthinking on my own ideas, on my own abilities, sometimes on all the kind of thinking that I was doing, and also the uh, fear of being judged, fear of being
Ah,
told a lot. So yes, I have been through this, but yes, the book also gave me the pathway to how you can break this, and not only break it but create the another pattern of proactivity. The reason I'm saying is because when I did this experiment with a pilot batch, I realized they have broken their patterns of procrastination successfully. So out of 9 people, 5 were able to do it, 4 couldn't
mhm.
do it. Now when I approached them after a few months, couple of them said the procrastination came back, and we are again doing the same thing. So I was like, okay, from a psychology point of view, if you break something, it creates a vacuum. So then
Yes.
you need to fill it something with, otherwise it'll come back. The same habits, the same rituals will come back. So that's where I created the pattern of proactivity. I helped them, and the proactivity pathways was born then.
Ah, very nice. Lovely, Bharti. And here's something I love doing, which is my own notes from your talk.
Uh-huh.
Are you reliable? Are you showing doing behavior? Are you getting things done? That's necessary from a visibility and a credibility perspective. If you are too shy to meet and talk, if there's hesitation, if there's fear inside you, you will have to face it. Smartness has nothing to do with procrastination. Everybody procrastinates. It has to do with results, it has to do with outcome, and not just the doing part of it. Conquer the four demons of perfectionism, overwhelm, overthinking, and the fears. It stems from the inner belief that we have, and we are forever in denial that I do not procrastinate. Um, I may agree to the symptoms, but not to the word, and therefore we have proactivity pathways brought to you by Bharti, the ARCT measure. Micro rituals is what I'm taking out from this as a takeaway, and the 5 minute ritual. So, whatever I've been postponing, I'm going to go ahead and do. My wife is going to be quite happy because the bed, one part of the bed is going to be cleaned today. 30-second plank. We need to, the brain, play with your brain, fine tune your brain. The brain needs to see results, and you can do get momentum through this. And errands fill up your space. You start neglecting the bigger mountains that you would need to climb. Bharti Naik, it's been a pleasure talking to you. Thank you for being our guest and sharing your nuggets. And for the rest of you, you can pick up her book, Proactivity Pathways, on Amazon. And if you would like to have a conversation with her to conquer your demons, Bharti Naik is very active on LinkedIn. So thank you once again, Bharti, and thanks to all you listeners.
Thank you so much, Praveen. It was really a fantastic and a wonderful conversation with you.